come and shout my name, where is Muhammad?
Hello, Internet. You all have been seeing some shocking footage and reports from the UK. Now, apparently, the far right is on a rampage, targeting mosques and immigrants, all because of a totally false rumor that spread online. Now, it's incredible how easily some people can be whipped into frenzy by misinformation, right? Now, let's talk about the brilliance behind these riots. I mean, what's more civilized than torching hotels, attacking mosques, and beating up people because of their religion or their skin color? Now, clearly, these rioters are the epitome of British values. It's likely that they saw some false tweet and thought, hey, why not take to the streets and spread some violence and hatred? That's going to solve everything. Now, I get it. There's a lot of frustration in the UK right now. I mean, economic hardships, housing shortages, and declining public services. I mean, these things have left many feeling abandoned by their own government. But let's be clear, scapegoating migrants and Muslims isn't going to fix any of these problems. The root of the problem isn't immigration. It's much deeper, and it has to do with economic policies, social inequality, and yes, population decline, which is something very important, right? Now, hear me out, because on this planet, there are a few countries that I call home, and UK is certainly one of them. So what I'm going to say is going to be from the bottom of my heart. And here is where we get to the heart of the matter. If you're really concerned about the future of the UK, about preserving your culture and your way of life, there is a much better solution than rioting in the streets. It's time to focus on building strong families, getting married, and having children. Because the reality is that many of these immigrants you are so worried about are coming into the UK because UK needs them. And there is also a build up to it, because many countries have been wronged by the UK. That's UK with a number of other countries attacking them, bombarding them, and so forth. And some of the people from those countries, they want to live in countries like the UK because there is better life. Now, whatever definition of better life you have, right? For example, for you, it will be better road infrastructure, better Wi-Fi speed and whatever. But for them, it's not been bombarded. It's not been bombed. That's good enough for us. We can go there. And the UK takes them in, not because UK loves to have them, but because there is a deeper problem. And that is the population decline. UK needs these people because the country really needs them. With the fertility rates below replacement levels across the West and workforce is shrinking, countries like the UK are taking immigrants not because they really, really love them, as I said, it's because they really have to, because that is a deeper problem. I mean, how exactly are you going to keep the economy running with an aging population? It's simply impossible. And there's a plenty of research to back this up. Consistently, it has been shown that the aging population poses a significant threat to the economic stability of the UK and other Western nations. For example, one study from ONS projects that by 2050, nearly a quarter of the UK population will be over the age of 65, leading to a sharp increase in the dependency ratio. This means fewer workers supporting more retirees, and that will put an immense pressure on public services like healthcare and pensions. Another study published in The Lancet predicts that by 2100, many Western countries could see their populations shrink dramatically. That is, if the current trends continue. The economic impact of this demographic shift could be severe, leading to labor shortages, reduced economic growth, and increased fiscal pressure. Now, how exactly are they going to fund social services? It has already happened in France, for example. They wanted to increase the retirement age by 2 years, and people just did not want them. Because when you have population decline, these are type of solutions you will come up with. You cannot convince your own people to work for longer hours. So what is the solution then? Immigration? Yeah, that's exactly why it happens. And these sort of concerns have also been highlighted by the European Commission. For example, in one of their reports, they're saying that the aging population will strain healthcare systems, with age-related diseases becoming more prevalent and costly to treat. Additionally, the decline in the working age population is expected to reduce productivity. It will slow the economy. it will increase the burden on the social welfare system, as I just mentioned. So if you really want to take care of your country, well, it's quite simple. Start making families, start having children. That's the real way to ensure the future of the UK. It's not about pushing what you call the others out. It's about building up your own communities, making sure that the future generations can carry British traditions and values. So instead of tearing down others and ripping apart your own country, let's focus on building the new society. And that will happen through making new families, because a family is a micro civilization. And when you create thousands of micro civilizations and connect them together, that is how you create a macro civilization. But for that, it is very important that you treat the family with the respect it deserves. That means getting married. That means having children. And that means thinking about the forthcoming generations. Now, lastly, there is one important thing, because I know many people may become uncomfortable with these stats and they say, oh, by the way, there are reports that if you have less population, that means better quality of life. And that is true. It actually is true. There are reports that are saying that. But there is an important element missing in those reports. And that is that whilst it is true that there will be a better quality of life for people, but for the next generation, maybe generation after that. What about 50 years down the line? If you keep on having aging population, keep on having less and less working people in the industry, in the labor market, and have more and more people that require healthcare and pension, it's not a lasting solution. So what will happen after 1 or 2 generations? So no, it is not a good news in the long run. For that reason, stop thinking that the Muslims or immigrants, they are doing anything bad to your country. It is individualism-led lifestyle that the Western nations have been living for, 50, 60, 70 years now, consistently. This is the inevitable consequence of it. If you want to change the result, you have to change the process. And in this case, the process requires you to make some changes in your family life. Simply start getting married, start producing children, you'll be fine.